Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside.
Hi guys, it's Tanya. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. What we're going to be doing today is I want to make an ornament for my living room tree. As many of you know, it's decorated in blues, silvers, white, and gray, okay? And I picked this up, the winter tails. You can get them on Amazon. I'll link them. It's rice paper in the description box. Or you can get them, I can't remember where I got these. I've had these for quite a while. But the last time I looked on Amazon, they were available. Now things sell out and there's not much I can do about that, okay? But this is what I'm going to be using today. And then I have this ornament from Hobby Lobby. It's $1.89. They have them out now. They have them year round. And just various things. So I don't know what all. So until I get this out, then we'll know, okay? But what I wanted to do is this really snowy, cold scene right here of a church. I think it is so beautiful. This one right here. I love them all, actually. But what I want to do is cut it first, just around through here. Give myself some room because we're going to tear it. And that gives you the best effect I found. But Maggie, I want to tell you something. She continues to amaze us. I got a little close there. Melvin's phone has been broken for a while, about a week now, and we've been trying to get it fixed. So we took it to this place in Pensacola that fixes phones. And she has never had a problem in there at all. And then this lady came in and she was carrying packages and Melvin held the door open for her. And Maggie started barking like crazy. And we were like, Maggie, what are you doing? You're never like this. And they started laughing. They said, that's our mailman. She doesn't like the mailman at all. She really, truly doesn't. I thought that was so funny, okay? So you can put things in these if you want. I think they would be really cute like that. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, so I've got this torn like I want it. Now I'm just going to get this little brush. And I have some water, just clear water. And I'm just going to put it right here. And I'm going to start going, or what I did originally to make sure the size I needed. Almost forgot to tell you. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby as well. And I put it right on here and I was like, that's the one that I want. And when I measured this right here, it fits right around that blue. So that's how I determined how large I wanted it, okay? So what we're going to do is just come down through here. You really got to wet it because I really don't want that real crisp edge. I like it better if it's torn. Most of the times I cut it and then tear it, but we'll see. I just want to kind of get this a little torn. Just to get it kind of irregular. And it takes quite a bit of water. Just take your time. Just get rid of those really perfect edges. I'm glad everyone's loving it. Christmas in July. I am too. I'll probably put something around this anyway, so I'm not worried if it really goes into the blue. There's millions of ways to fix that, so it's fine by me. Okay. So what I want to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to paint this. I'm going to put it together. And you could glue it if you wanted. I'm not going to. Okay. White gesso. Right here it is. And I'm just going to... This kind of just Makes it an easy canvas. This is what I've done in the past on my videos when I've made ornaments like this. And I'll link the ones that I made. I made a nativity one. I made one with Santa for our tree. I loved it. There's just so much you can do with these. You can even print out on rice paper something that you might want to put on there that you don't have. I think that is really cute. And I'm going to get this. It's just old. And I'm just going to, in a minute, lay it down there. First, I want to get this on here. I could do one side and then dry it with a hairdryer and do the other side. It's probably what I should have done. But it'll be all right. Okay. That looks really good. Dry this with a hairdryer and then I'll be back. Okay, here it is, nice and dry. It almost gives it a frosted effect. I think that's really cute, okay? So now what I want to do is just take, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just glue this on, and I'm gonna use just some Mod Podge from the Dollar Tree, the matte. Okay, I'm gonna use this to kind of figure out where I want to put this. And it works great. I mean, it sets up and looks right at you, okay? And you're going to have to cut this because you're trying to make it go around a round object. So I just give some slices in it like that. It just helps it adhere much better, okay? And kind of see where I want it. Okay, so I think that's where I want it. So until I get this started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this little brush and I'm just going to squirt out some Mod Podge right there. And just put it down. It'll dry clear, and we're going to do a lot of other stuff. So if it's not perfect, I'm not going to worry about it. And then we're going to flip this up and make sure that we get it over here. Okay, and we're just going to start taking our hands. We're going to start putting it from the inside, from the center out. And just be careful. I think I'm going to take a little bit, maybe of this, and snip it out. I will take my fingers. Okay. All right, but this is what we're getting so far. Is that not adorable? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I dried that, and this is what we're getting. Here it is. I think that's really cute. I think I could have put it down a little further, but I think it'll still be just fine. Okay, now I'm going to take some Snow White from Apple Barrel. You could take blue if you wanted and kind of match the blue. I've done that in the past and brought it all around, but I think I want this one to look very cold and snowy. So I'm going to get this dauber right here that I picked up at Walmart. And I'm just going to start coming right around through here like this. And this is the effect that it gives you. I love it. It looks like it's just sealed into this cold goodness. Kind of reminds me of a big old snowball in a way. And we're just going to keep doing this. Like I said, I'll link the ones that I did last year. It looks like one has Santa on the front, and then it has a clock face on the back. And I thought it turned out really well. I hope I'm having this in frame. Okay. Let me get this right like this. It doesn't take any time to do these. They're so easy to make. But I love for things to look cold and snowy. If you've been here with me for a while, you know I love that. It's like my favorite. Okay, now I'm going to go dry this and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, here it is. I had to put another small coat on there, but I think it turned out really nice, okay? And I dried it with the hair dryer. And I'm just going to turn it upside down for a minute until that gets really good and dry until I work on what I'm going to work on next, okay? Okay, since I have this down, I think a little up too high, I think I'm going to put something down under here to make it look better. And I'm trying to figure out what that needs to be. I think I'll just set that right there for a minute, okay? And I picked these up off of Amazon. And they're really just like fondant molds, I think. I don't know, probably one of those two. Let's just look, because I'm not sure. I'll link anything that I can think of in the description box that I'm using. I made these last year when I was going to do Christmas DIYs, but my hands bothered me so much. And they've been made a year, and they're snowflake molds. Just look how cute they are. They're different ones. So I wanted to use that on this. You get a set of 2, all right? So let's get out our clay. And I picked up some Daz clay because my IOD clay all dried out, if you can believe it, where I hadn't used it. And it was never even opened. I think I might be able to add water to it. Let's take a look at this and see what we think. I probably have way too much of this because this is a very small little casting. I do like the IOD better because it is white. But you can paint this, so it doesn't really make that much difference, I don't guess. And the IOD molds have that micro rim that I really like. But I didn't want to use anything that I have on this. So we'll see. I didn't think it would look quite right. Let's see if we can get in. I'm sure we have enough for this one too. These are so tiny. Plus this isn't as hard on my hands as if I do a big mold. My poor chair, if it couldn't squeak, I don't know what it would do. I tell you, you definitely need baby wipes. Now the last one I made, you could put your a brush up in the side of this because it didn't have a top like this. It was different and it made it so much easier to paint. I was wondering, excuse me, what I had done in the past, and now I remember that's what I did. All right, let's see what this will do. And I didn't use any cornstarch in these. I always do in my IOD, but not in these. So let's see what we get. Oh, I think that's cute. Just need to clean it up a little bit. little piece came off, but I don't know if you'll even be able to tell it. Let's paint it and see, because I'm not sure. Put out a little bit more of the snow and just paint this. Okay, I have my tight bond. The other one was, I couldn't get the lid off, so I'm going to use this one. I have not used any of my glue, as you know, for quite a while because my fingers, which are still bothering me, but seems to be worse at night. And if it's pretty hard to mess up something with this stuff. Just press it down till you get it adhered nicely, because you want it to make contact. That's why this little thing here is very helpful. And my little end got kind of destroyed. Maybe I should make another little piece, but I could leave it like that. Maybe put a snowflake, a little baby snowflake right there. I could do that. So we'll just paint this snowflake. Like I said, these have been made for almost, well, they've been made probably about 6 months. So they're totally dry. And I didn't make these with clay. I'll show you in a minute what I made them with. We'll just hold this down for a minute. There. You would never know that I messed up. It looks like I intended to have a snowflake here. I could put a snowflake. I wonder what one over there would look like. That's a different one. Here's one like I had. But you can always fix anything you mess up. It's never just lost. You can always fix it. That's what I like about this. It's always fixable. And if they don't match 100%, that's not going to bother me. I did mess up, because if I hadn't messed up, I probably wouldn't have done this. And I really, really like this. So you just got to hold that a little while. Okay, I really like that so far. I think that's really pretty. Now, the question is, let me move this over. I think what I'm going to do around, right around through here to give it a more finished look, is I want to take my IOD molds, and this is Classic Elements, while that is drying. Okay, I've got this on like that. I'm liking that. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm pretty sure, and get another little dauber and go back into this paint. And I want this to look much more white. Okay, so I'm just going to keep daubing this. And I'm sure I'll put glitter. I always put glitter. I love glitter. But I think the whiter, you don't really, I don't want this clay to show up kind of gray. I don't like that. So you could put it any color that you wanted. I think that's looking really good. Now right back here, I had some seepage of glue. And I need to wipe that, and then I'm going to go over it. From the front and the back. Okay, I'm liking that. All right, so now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over this. I'm going to stand up because when I'm seated, I really can't see that well what's happening, I don't think. So let me go over this again. Make this look all cold. I don't want to lose its dimension, and it's not totally dry yet. Okay, so what I want to do next is I have this chain that I got off of Amazon. And I'm going to put that right around the top. That might have just been pretty all the way around and kept it a lot simpler, but this is what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to cut this right here, whatever you want to do. And I don't know whether to leave mine silver. Good. This is old silver wax. I've never even opened it. Let's see what it looks like. I might use that. Okay. All right, so we're going to just get some of this glue. I'm going to try to put it out on a brush. All right, let's see what this will do. I like that. I think that adds a lot to that. Okay, and we are not done, but I've got to let that set up. Okay, let me show you. I used dimensional effects, and I just put it, I got this at Hobby Lobby, and that's what I made all these snowflakes with. And it looks like this inside. I used it on my house the other day at the base of my trees. Yeah, see, I like that. And I gotta watch that this doesn't slide. Oh, I think that really adds a lot to this. Okay, so this is what we're getting so far. I really do love it. Now, I have this, and I've used this in my other ornaments. It's iridescent medium, okay? And I just want to kind of get this to look a little, I don't know, iridescent, shiny, kind of frosty. So I'm going to go in here, just go around. I've stippled it before in the past, and I've done this. And I think I prefer it when I just kind of rub it in lightly, though. Very, very lightly. I think it gives it such a much more cold look because it does have iridescent qualities to it. And you could probably use a brush. I always just use this dauber. You don't want so much that it loses the effect, but I really just want it to look a little more alive, and I think this definitely does that. Now we're not through. It's going to get very shiny here in a minute. But you can do whatever you want with yours. You can totally skip this step. It's definitely optional. You don't have to do it. I just prefer it. I mean, you can see where I've done it and where I haven't done it. It just gives it a kind of like a glow. And I really like that. I'm going to turn this upside down while I do the back. And like I said, I've stippled it before. Okay, now I'm going to take this Liquitex Basics acrylic. I got it at Hobby Lobby. And this is where this is really going to come to life. We're going to put it right on here. And it's going to seal in our rice paper, and it's going to make it very shiny. And you know me, I have to have shiny everywhere. I mean, the iridescent is very shiny on its own, but I like to add this in addition. I think it looks really good. And like I said, it seals everything in. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get some glitter that I picked up at Walmart. And while this is still wet, I think I want a little more shiny, to be honest. I don't think it's shiny enough for me yet. Then we're just going to take this glitter and just sprinkle it all over. And that just makes it even better. I love glitter. Look at that. Oh, is that not adorable? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this right down here and let it dry. Then we'll put a hanger on it and we'll take a look at it. Okay, what I did, I'm finished with it. I took and used some Dollar Tree decorative filler right here. And I love it. I've had it for a while, and I just put two of the little, they almost look like shells from something, and a little pine cone there. And I love how this turned out. It is so cold and frosty looking. I just love it. Now, I'm still debating whether I want to put some like antique silver on that chain. I'm not quite sure. And I have it hanging on this tree, mug tree, because I don't have anywhere else to put it. So that is what we have so far. It is so adorable and so easy to make. And you can get your very own customized ornament and not have a whole lot of money in it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out on YouTube. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you'd subscribe and become a member of our family. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell and set it to all, so you won't miss an upload. So I will see you on Tuesday for the continuation of our Christmas Junk Journal interactive book. So until next time, bye guys.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. fridge without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time.